Zappos is a company that is a service company that happens to sell a lot of products. Hey, I'm Aaron Magnus, and I work with the business development and brand marketing teams. Zappos got its start in '98 when our founder was at the mall looking for a pair of shoes, and went to one store, they had the right color, not the right size. Went to the second store, had the right size, not the right color. '98, everyone and their grandma was starting a website, so it may as well jump on that bandwagon. And Zappos was born. You know, when we were deciding what we want to be when we grow up. You know, that's the big question. We could have said we want to be the very best online shoe retailer, and that would have been a strategic focus. What we also would have done is limited our growth and expansion into other categories. You know, quite frankly, the apparel market is 4 times the size of the footwear market. So if we're going to continue to be a growth company, we need to expand into other categories. But then it's also allowed us to expand into things like housewares and beauty products that are still very fashion oriented. And people purchase based on fashion ideas. We get the question a lot about who's our competitors, and it's a difficult one to sum up because our category offering is so wide. You know, our clothing buyers may see this retailer as their competitor, and our beauty buyers may see this retailer as their competitor, but overall, we don't pay a lot of attention to it. What we really focus on is talking to our customers and our employees, figuring out, you know, what they feel we can do better, and doing that. Everyone else can sell shoes, they can sell clothes, they can sell handbags, they can run their call centers 24 hours a day, they can run their warehouse 24 hours a day. All that can be copied, and it has been and will continue to be copied. People aren't buying jeans from us because we're the only ones selling jeans. People are buying jeans from us because they trust who we are, they know our culture, they have the same values as our company values, and they're no longer buying from this faceless corporation. They're actually buying from a person.
You're all taken care of. All right. You're welcome. No, my pleasure. Is there anything else I can do for you? All right. Happy holidays to you, Lisa. You can call anytime. We're here 24/7, okay? All right. Bye-bye.
Your culture equals your brand. You know, when our CEO could interview every new hire, okay, he had his hand on the pulse of what was going on and how to make sure that the people coming in were the right people. As you grow, that's not practical anymore, right? So you're either going forward or you're going backwards. Nothing is status quo. So without the focus on constantly improving that culture, it starts to fall apart. And if it starts to fall apart, the morale starts to drop. And if the morale starts to drop, then the interaction with the customer starts to fall off. And as a company that's built on word-of-mouth growth, if that customer starts realizing that or starts believing that service is starting to fall off, they will leave, you know, this company as quickly as they came in based on their friend's recommendation, and they'll tell their friend that as well.
To me, I think the Zappos, the core values are the foundation of our culture.
Core values to me are something that I use in my daily life.
The Zappos core values are a list of ideas, suggestions, whatever you call it, on how we run our business and how we treat customers, how we treat reps, how we treat our employees.
I think to me the core values are what puts the Zap in Zappos. It's what makes this company special and unique and a place that you want to get up and come to every day. It really drives you to be not only a part of the company but part of the Zappos family.
What are the 10 core values? They are deliver wow through service,
Embrace and drive change,
Create fun and a little weirdness,
Be adventurous, creative, and open-minded.
Pursue growth and learning.
build open and honest relationships with communication,
Build positive team and family spirit,
Do more with less.
Be passionate and determined.
and our favorite core value, Be humble. I like to first say that I am the humblest person at Zappos.
My favorite core value is be humble, because I think in modern society as it is right now, being humble is not the most popular thing, especially when it comes to big business like ours. Well, we were a humble small business, and now we're a big business that's still humble.
Yeah, we've actually, I think in general, found that it's, for the call center, for example, it's, actually easier to hire people that don't have call center experience because you don't have to untrain them from bad habits.
De-brainwash them.
Yeah. But basically what we do is our recruiting team has questions for each of our core values, and over time that list has kind of evolved, and so, for example, one of our core values is to be humble. So if we interview someone that's great in every way, has all the skills and so on, except they're really egotistical, we just won't hire them.
I think we definitely have to stay vigilant of, what can we do as we scale, because that's the question, right? We luckily have been able to be sort of known as a company that provides great customer service, but in reality, customer service isn't our top priority. Company culture is having these, areas of employee empowerment, employee engagement, and that's part of our culture, which again leads to this service level, so that if you do call in and talk to someone on our customer loyalty team, that's our call center, if you call in and talk to someone there, you know that they will be able to help you.
I had one call one night that was 2 hours long, and the lady ended up buying one pair of shoes. But she needed a lot of help. She was an elderly lady. She wasn't comfortable with ordering online, although she was online, but I must have, shown her about 20 different pairs of shoes, and it was a process. But the thing about here is, we don't get docked for that. That's part of doing business. We're trying to build a customer base. We're not trying to sell product to the customers when we're on the phone. We want to connect with them so they'll feel comfortable calling us back, and hopefully in the future they'll place orders with us. I have many calls that, I spend tons of time with people and they never order anything. That's okay. We're building that rapport with the customer. So
you have as much power to help that customer as our CEO does himself. So it's that empowerment and that structure from a customer service standpoint and a mindset from that customer service standpoint that allows us to stay ahead of the game, because everything else can be copied. We want to make sure we hire slowly to get people on board that are the right fit, but once we determine we're not, fire quickly, because the frontline employee is who's touching that customer the most. Whether they're a warehouse employee or a customer loyalty team member, they're the ones that are the face of the company. So making sure we're really working with them to understand what are the pain points, what are the customers looking for, and really listening internally as well as externally, talking to our customers. One of the problems that a lot of companies have, they only talk to their customers when they're trying to market at them, and that gets old. We don't want to be marketed at, so neither do our customers. They're real people. We know what we want to be treated like when we're shopping. Well, let's do the same. And again, Zappos isn't the answer. We know that we have a lot to learn. So it's constantly talking to as many people as possible from as many different backgrounds, as many different businesses, and learning what works for them. Is that something we can incorporate? And working together and forming this two-way communication with everyone we interact with, from employees to competitors to customers. There's no finish line, and you've got to continue to strive to improve it, and maintaining means you're losing. So always staying focused on improving on every aspect, every part of the customer experience, whether it's from our web design to our shipping to our, just availability. All those aspects can always be improved. And that's the main takeaway, is never be stagnant and, keep shooting for something bigger. Whatever your vision is, think bigger.